Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about something I get asked pretty regularly, and that is how do I ship my items on Poshmark? So whether you are new to shipping on Poshmark or you want some great tips for a little more of advanced ideas, stick around because not only am I going to give you those tips, but also some ways to ship your items for free. Stick around. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ashley. I make a full-time living at selling items online, and today I'm going to teach you how to ship your items on Poshmark. Poshmark is one of the most simple platforms that I have worked with so far in regards to adding items onto their website and being able to ship them. It's very explanatory if you do have a video that kind of guides you along the way. I know for me, it took me a minute to kind of gain the knowledge that I have now as far as shipping my items. So I'm going to teach you how to ship your items really at a lowest cost possible, and then be able to give you some of the other resources that I have used that have kind of evolved over the time as I've really developed my store on Poshmark. So the first thing we're going to talk about is when something sells on Poshmark. The beautiful thing about it is they immediately have the buyer pay for the shipping. So you're going to get a shipping label sent to you through your email, as well as you can check it out on their website and just download it to your computer. Now I actually do use a Rollo now, which is my thermal printer, but you do not have to start that way. For about 2.5 years, I was printing it on a piece of paper and just folding up that and being able to put it into a free shipping polythene, which I will show you soon. So when you do have this label in your hands now, if you look at it, it actually says 5 pounds. So basically what that means is this shipping label can go up to 5 pounds. So whatever you're shipping, if it's under 5 pounds, you're good to go. And that's why the shipping does cost so much on Poshmark, is if it does hit that threshold, that is really basically accommodating for that. So when you go onto the USPS website, which is where you can get all of your free packaging, they have various different boxes. What I want to point out to start is they have boxes that say, where is it? Priority mail, but then it says mailing box, versus another box that might say priority mail, but then say flat rate. You do not want flat rate when you're shipping your items on Poshmark. You want the ones that say mailing box. So I'm going to link all the ones that I show you today down below, so that way you can just click on those. Makes it so much more easier. That was the biggest hiccup for me when I first started, was knowing, because they look so similar, knowing which ones are actually the right ones to be ordering. So we're going to start with a smaller item first. Say you have a bralette that sells, or just a small blouse. That is going to be something where if you're trying to do it for free, this mailing envelope is going to be a great go-to. Personally, I use this one when I have like sweaters and cardigans now, because I do have another resource that I use for those smaller pieces. But when I was just starting, if I had a small top that I was selling, I would just adhere this down. You just take off this little strip, put this here. I do like to put a little tape there just to make sure that's going to stay. But you can also fold this up and then just tape down the edges. You want to make sure that it's going to be secured. But once you tape it, you're good to go. You can use this forever until you feel very comfortable about ordering your own supplies. Since we do actually sell a lot of tops nowadays, and I would even say bralettes or swimwear, those sort of items, even kids' clothes, I did start buying these. I will link these down below too, but they're really only like, I think it's like 10 cents, 5 cents. I'm not entirely sure actually. I've tried some various different websites, so my cost has changed periodically. But this one I've been able to get off of Amazon, and it's the same concept. You just take this off. When you look at it size-wise, it is a little smaller, if I can get it correctly. So you do see width-wise it does dramatically change, but when you're shipping something that's like a t-shirt or even jeans, you don't necessarily need that much room. So very affordable option, or free. That is when you are shipping tops, sweaters, cardigans, jeans, those sort of things. When we start to go into shoes, which is one of my favorite categories, They actually do have a box that's titled shoe box on the USPS website. On this box, it doesn't exactly say that, like very visibly. It does have it down here at the bottom, but this box is great for so many different pairs of shoes. You're just gonna tape down the bottom, and you can put sneakers in here, you can put sandals in here. Clearly there's a lot more room. And so anytime that happens, I don't know about you, but especially because of COVID, I do a lot of shipping straight to my door, or I mean like ordering stuff online and shipping it to my door. So I have a ton of just the filler stuff that they put in boxes. I like to save that stuff because again, it's free, and then I can shove them into these boxes, because the last thing I want is for shoes when it's like shipping in transit, for them to be rubbing against this box. I want them to be very secured and packed within this box. Since I do a lot of tennis shoes, and even flats, this is kind of the one caveat, and I'm actually wondering like why this is like one of those things that you can do, but you can't do with other ones. I use this padded envelope that's on the USPS website. However, this does say flat rate envelope, so I don't know why this falls under the category of something you can ship. I have shipped hundreds of shoes in these, and I've never gotten any of them sent back to me. I wonder if it's because the price, I'm not entirely sure. All I know is if you do have like a small pair of ballet flats, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to use this shoe box. You can absolutely slip them into here, take off this adhesive part, put it down, and again, for security purposes, I do like to kind of just tape that area just to make sure everything's gonna stay where I put it in the box or in the envelope. So these are the two different options that I have when it comes to shoes. You can also like fold tennis shoes together and slide them into this, but if I'm selling a pair of shoes on Poshmark, they've already paid for the room. I might as well just do this and have that great presentation when they receive their item. The other box that is really handy, so again, if we're thinking about maybe some sweaters or maybe a lighter coat or jacket, and you don't either have any of those mailing envelopes, or you don't have, you just don't want to use it, you can use this side loader medium box. The nice thing about this one is when you fold this down, there's also another sticker part that you can put here, but again, for security, I like to tape it a little extra. This side loader I use pretty regularly too if I'm not wanting to like squish a big fluffy like sweater or something like that. There's actually a lot of side loader medium mailing boxes. I didn't realize there were until a couple times that I went and ordered some, and I was like, this is not the size that I thought I was expecting. Come to find out, there's a lot of them on their website. So the side loader, oh my gosh, you can put so many things into this, as I've already stated. And that is one that I most certainly keep on hand very regularly. Typically, I go through these, I would say these three, actually, these four to be honest. When I really start to branch into more of like the boots, or like knee-high boots, or just combat boots or men's work boots, I really love to use this large mailing box. It's large for sure. So here is where I kind of want to start going into when we're thinking about some of those more heavier items. So again, that shipping label when you start is a 5-pound shipping label. So if you've got some boots, you can fit them into here, put a little bit of that fluff stuff on the top of it, and you're good to go. Larger coats are also great for this, like trench coat season, wool coats, pea coats. Those are great to put into here. And then these are also really great boxes for bundles. If someone goes into your store, likes 5 or 6 items, and they want it all in one bundle, they have one shipping label now. So you can stuff it all into this box and then ship it on its way. The problem is when you do get that over 5-pound mark. And I have had a couple people actually reach out to me before and go, what do you do in this scenario? So if it's a bundle, and I have had this happen actually, I fit as much as I can into this large mailing box, and then I just let them know, hey, that shipping label that you bought the items that you bought on Poshmark came with a 5-pound shipping label. I was able to put as many items as I could into the box that was the 5 pounds, but just so you know, there is going to be a second box coming to you as well. Here's the tracking number. The way that I do this, go on to pirateship.com. Now, I will hands down say that this is probably not a recommendation from Poshmark. They do have on their site a way for you to upgrade the shipping label, 6 pounds, 7 pounds, but the amount of money that it costs to do like 2 pounds extra, I can get so much more on pirateship.com. So long as I'm using that first shipping label so that it begins to track in the Poshmark platform, you're pretty much good to go. If you just communicate with your buyer and say, I've got the rest of them coming in another box, that website is going to require you to know the dimensions of your box, to know the weight of the box, and you can play around with different things and find out what's the cheapest way. Okay, so be sure that you still keep their address on the shipping label when you first start. Communicate to them that you're going to be shipping the item in a secondary box, and I haven't had any issues with that before, honestly. Another free resource that you can get from USPS, but not on their website, is their tape. Their tape, it says priority mail, so you're set, you're fine to use this tape, but you have to order it through calling USPS. So I will put the 1-800 number down below, so that way you can check that out. They give you, I think it is like 4 or 6 rolls of this tape, and it's a really thick roll. So I really love this tape. It feels immensely sticky, so it really secures to the boxes and does a really great job of shipping the items well. The other resources that I began to use when I first started and now have really evolved is what are these even called? They are their clear shipping slips. That's the best way to call them. So you've got this one that's smaller. This is super handy when you're doing it on the padded flat rate, or even the poly mailer if you did buy some of these, especially if you've got a smaller item and you fold it up. This fits really well on here. When you've got this one, this is really great for that shoe box, the larger boxes. You can slip the item, when you print the shipping label out on just a standard piece of paper, you've got this big 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper with this label in the middle of it. So if you fold it down like this, that's generally how it looks. You can slip it into here. Don't cut it down. I used to do that. I used to sit there and cut out my shipping labels and then try to stuff them into here, or apply clear tape over it. Save your clear tape. Save yourself the time, get these slips, super handy. With these ones, you just fold it in half, slip it into here, you're good to go. It's okay if there's a little bit of extra room for the paper. I do because this does have this little fold, again, I like to tape it down for security. Do I need to do it? No. Do I do it for my peace of mind? Yes. So those are all the different things that I do when it comes to shipping items on Poshmark. Again, guys, it's super easy. Start grabbing items out of your house, list them on Poshmark. They do the rest as far as shipping goes, and USPS partners with them to do a fantastic job for you. So that is it for this video. I'm so tongue-tied today, sorry. Please subscribe down below if you haven't already. Like this video if this was informative to you, and ask me any questions if you do have any more down below. I would love to answer them. I am going to be doing a video about how to ship items on eBay, so stick around and you'll be seeing that soon. Have a great day.